as flow from this evening. Congratulations to all of you. You have done a great job, and you all recognized, probably that's why you are here tonight, what you can do with the possible opportunities emerging from this presence and your presentation. And I can commit the ICLS fully to helping you in moving ahead with your projects and with your ideas. And of course, most of the future is in your own hands. So thank you very much again. I would like to ask everybody again to... And then finally, I'm trying to see, it's about 8:35, so our idea would be to hold a roundtable, which is coming from the subject of this contest. The slogan, the motto of this contest was for an atmosphere of inclusion in Europe. And even though we slightly regret that at this moment we have no longer any member of the European Parliament in the room, it would have been interesting having them during this discussion also. But we just have to accept this as a reality. We're already very grateful that some of them came here and played a role here. I would like to give the floor to Sarina, who is going to conduct this session. I think we are swapping places because of the microphone. And then we would like to have a conversation of how to better engage youth and minorities in social and political participation in Europe. And drawing on this idea of for an atmosphere of inclusion in Europe. And the idea is that it's the candidates who start the debate, who give their own ideas. And then afterwards we would like to include also people at the podium to contribute if they wish to do so. Thank you. Sarina, please.
Okay. Thank you, Geza. I think we heard some very inspiring stories from our future leaders. Whether we call ourselves leaders or not, we have clearly heard some very strong narratives, some passion, and some very creative ideas of how we could change society and how we could create this atmosphere of inclusion. I think we've heard some really personal stories, and I would like to invite the youth to say briefly, what is it that made you decide to act as agents of change? What is it that inspired you to get involved? Anyone? Giovanni?
Yeah. I must say that before having the accident that brought me to become a person with a disability, to be frank, I was not involved in advocating the human rights of persons with disabilities. It was just it was something that came with this major event in my life, because I realized what people, in my case, people with disabilities is facing every day. There is full of plenty of laws, plenty of declaration of principles. Now we even have a convention of the United Nations covering the aspect of people with disabilities. But when you see in everyday life which are the challenges that still to be faced by in this case by my minority group, I started to feel the need, to feel also the willingness to commit myself in this sense. I was studying political science at the University of Padua, and with then following human rights, international relations, and I think that I thought it was I was already in a good in the correct stream. Let's say it's disability nowadays is a factor of human rights. Is not anymore caring. Is not anymore considering the person as a patient but as a citizen. And so then I start to feel this need and at national level in Italy, and now also on European level as a member of the Youth Committee of the European Disability Forum. This is the umbrella organization representing people with disabilities in Europe.